the blast from Tab's shotgun kind of blinds everyone as the pellets shoot right out of the barrels of her gun and hit the security guard straight in the throat, just almost taking his head clear off, with about 75% of the pellets firmly aimed towards him. The other 25%, however, give or take one or two, I'm not a mathematician, go directly into the arse of Balzac.
I would like to try and dodge it. I mean, I know Tab is a lethal shot, but I am a bit of a wiggly dancer myself. And I'm just for principle, because I like my wee ass, I'm going to say I'm putting 3 points of luck into my evasion roll. Okay. 33.
Well, they go right under the hem of your kilt and give you a bit of a wind-based prostate exam as they pass straight through your legs, and hit the guard. The guard crumbles to the ground. Um, Upstairs, DeRoss, you see Slicks standing over the body, or not, sorry, the form of the security guard, and the guard is still kind of gurgling, and he's going, "Mom," and Slicks goes, "Your mom ain't here," and just goes, and a flash of light goes off, and then Slicks kind of exits the room and turns left.
So, DeRoss follows.
Now you're
Just
still plugged in,
oh, sorry, yeah, I forgot.
but you can
Yeah,
totally
no,
move.
there was this like Slicks, unbelievable. But yeah, sorry, no, I forgot. DeRoss was still jacked in the system. Um, I
So
don't
DeRoss
know.
can still take his move actions. It's
No,
the net is an overlay, so you still have meat actions.
yeah, I think yeah, DeRoss is gonna follow.
And just before you saw that, I mean, you had been attacking a hellhound. The hellhound dissolved, and you saw that there was a clear path to the next level as well. So you followed into the hallway. You look left and right. There's a flashing red light, an alarm, and then again there's a door down to the left and a door to the right.
Can I see which way Slicks went?
Yes, looks like he might have gone right.
Yeah, DeRoss would follow just because this is too much out of hand now. At least we have to stick together.
Okay, so as you go down the hallway and you turn right into this door, you see that it's sort of a hallway that leads. At the end of the hallway are two double doors. Sort of like when you go to a hospital, you see like the entrance to the emergency room where the doctors are. It's like those two. There's like that magnetic card thing. But on the hallway, which is, I don't know, maybe 20 feet long, there's three doors. Actually, like um not cell doors, but doors with like windows, but they look like they're metal doors, and there's three on each side. And on each door is like a little card holder, and there's names on each of the doors. And Slicks is standing before the middle door, and he's going, "Oh shit.
Slicks, what's going on?
This this is Billie's room." And we'll go down to Tab and Balzac. Tab and Balzac, the security guard falls. There's no other guards right now, but you're still in that room, that office, that you were before.
Shite, that was a wee bit close.
You told me to shoot.
I didn't expect you to shoot at both of us. I expected you to aim your shot at him.
You were kinda in the way.
Alright, okay, alright, I can't have this conversation right now. I don't have the mental strength.
Don't worry, we'll do it later.
Oh, please, God, no. Alright, where to next?
Uh, do you think Slicks and DeRoss need help?
No, of course not. I told them to run. So they're probably not even in the building anymore. Gave them the
Oh,
clear instruction that shite was going to go down and that they should run as quickly as they could. I mean, as that was the last message I sent to them, I said, run.
And with that, almost as soon as you finish that, the word "run," a your agent tab starts ringing, and it's again that sort of Golden Girls-y-ish theme song. And Alley Cat, your agent beeps as well.
You mean Barry?
There you. Oh, hey there, Alley Cat, buddy. How's it going?
Uh, uh, just hanging out with Sophia. Everything all right, Barry?
Oh, things are just peachy, eh? Listen, Alley Cat, Slicks is sending you a message, and oh, geez, there, bud. It's kind of cryptic. I don't know what to make out of it. It just says Billie, second floor.
Nothing else?
No,
Send him 3 question mark emojis.
all right. And listen, I did that, and oh, geez, how's Sophia doing?
And Alley Cat looks down at Sophia, and she's got like her arms kind of like around Sophia, just like hugging her, and that just like snuggling her alligator. It's
And
just like,
Sophia's
"Ah."
got her tongue out of her mouth. Wait, crocodiles have tongues, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's kind of hanging out. It's like tongues out of his mouth, and she's just like her eyes are back in her head, and she's just happy as can be. And Slicks gets back to you, and he goes, "Billy's here. Need you now." And Tab, you hear a voice from your agent. Hello there. Hello
Oh,
there,
hi.
sweetie.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Listen, if I could be any better, I'd be not here. I'd be with an agent. I'd be doing naughty things. Oh God! Listen, you have a message. It's from
Yeah,
Slips.
Yeah. Oh, I hope it says that he's out of the building.
I tell you, the only thing Slicks about my life is what my old boyfriend used to do. Anyway, he says, Billy's upstairs. Come right now.
What?
That's all I heard.
Okay. Thank you, darling. Hey, Balzac. You said you sent DeRoss and Slicks a message to run.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, very clear instructions. I said shite was about to go down and they needed to run as quickly as they could. Run was my very last message.
All right. Slicks didn't listen. He's upstairs.
Ridiculous. All right, well, I probably got to go save his ass, like I saved my own ass from you.
Yeah, so they're upstairs. We should go right now. Is there anything on this guard that we should take with us?
Um, Maybe a security badge or something. Does he have any obvious security badge connected to his waist or something?
Yeah, right on his breast pocket. There's a security badge.
All right, you grab the otter. I'll grab the badge.
It's got one of those, those pins that you attach to your thing, but it has like the pole thing, and you go, whoop, and then sometimes you go down the hallway at work, and you'd start like whipping the badge around, and it would start spinning around. Anyway, it's got one of those.
This is Balzac is gonna clip it onto his chest, and it's gonna start. Ha! I could get used to this.
Alley Cat, what are you gonna do? You're in the truck. You're with Sophia. She's passed out. She's content as can be.
And this is our truck.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna like pet her little head, and I'm gonna like scoot out, and I'm going to strap all my weapons back on myself and head out.
All right. DeRoss. So you see Slicks, and he's like, Billy's here, and he's like, he's trying to open the door, and it's locked, and he takes out the lowering arms, and he shoots the lock, which kind of like makes that loud noise because you're in a small enclosed area, and the door opens, and he looks inside and goes, She's not here. Her clothes are here, but she's not here.
And on the way here, looking in any of the other windows of the rooms, were there anyone else inside other doors?
No.
All right. Well, I know her list. Her name was on a list. I know that they were doing something here, and I think DeRoss would try to go further, information-wise, into the architecture to see if there's any record of movements, transfers.
Mhm.
He doesn't want to think about anything worse than that.
Yeah, no, fair enough. So you go to the next level, and there's a file folder, and which I assume you open, and there's a log of the log reads operating room, Dr. Suzuki, and then there's a name that you don't recognize, and then with a code number beside it, deceased.
Yeah, pattern match and scan this. Just scan this for
And then
Billie.
there is so it's actually the last entry, and it's from this morning, and it doesn't have a status update. It just reads 10:15 a.m. of today's date.
moved this morning. But no apparent status, location, or anything like that.
No, but you make me a perception check or an awareness check. You find there's something weird in this file folder that doesn't match. It's like the system had snatched something. The external firewall had snatched something and stored it here, but it's scrambled. And it'll take you some time to figure out what it says.
Then yeah, this seems like important information. So, like, I'd immediately just start working on decrypting this.
Can you make me?
scrambled.
Yeah, sorry. Think about it. Can you make me an interface check? And with that, Tab, Balzac, and Alley Cat all arrive within about, I don't know, a minute of each other. And you see that Slicks is just standing at the door, staring at the door. And DeRoss is just he's there, but he's not there kind of mentally. He's clearly busy doing something on the intertubes.
Alley Cat, did you get the message from Slicks about Billie?
I did, and she looks also in through the same space that Slicks is looking.
So it looks like a small jail cell. There's a bed, although it looks like kind of a very uncomfortable kind of cot situation that's built into the wall. There's a toilet with a sink, and on the door is Billie's name. And you can see in the corner of this room are her clothes. It's the jumpsuit, her favorite jumpsuit. It's there's a cyber deck, like a mini cyber deck, but it's smashed up.
Is the cyber deck in any sort of repairable condition or salvageable?
Make me a tech roll,
Yeah.
Tab. And DeRoss, make me another interface check. Tab, what was your roll?
I got. Would my 10 explode?
Yes.
Then I got a 25.
Yeah, so you look at it, you take it apart, you kind of Billie knew what she was doing, if she's the one who did it, because it's complete. The hard drive has been destroyed. It's crumpled up. There's a magnet next to it, and
So this
It's
looks more intentional on Billie's part
yeah,
than accidental or destructive on like someone who works here's part.
yeah.
Okay.
Um, so bad news to Ross. You have no idea how you're going to get this thing encrypted, or decrypted. But it's something that Tab might be able to do
Oh,
or help you
Huh.
with.
yeah. I'm good at puzzles.
Yeah. Um, I can't. I don't understand. This isn't standard encryption. It's not a standard cipher. It's not even a mangled garbage file. I don't get it. Uh, and for just a moment, like he totally hasn't forgotten all your names, but it maybe took him a minute to remember your names. Tab, I'm gonna send
Yeah.
you this file. I don't seem to be able to do anything with it.
Yeah, no, that's what friends are for. I'll take a look.
Tab, your agent rings, and honey, there's a file here for you. It's encrypted. Do you want to try to play with it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Make me a tech roll.
You got it. 17.
All right. The file opens.
Oh no, y'all. This looks like a note from Billie. Uh Bang bang, Wild Bill. Take this note and send it to the fam. Once you send it, self-destruct, old buddy. You've been a good and faithful friend, Bill. Bang bang. Tab, Alley Cat, and Cicero. I don't know how much time I have. I don't even think I understand what is about to happen, so I will be quick. I love you guys. Arasaka rounded up our neighborhood and bussed us out to a detainment camp in the desert. The camp is run by a slaving outfit run by a guy named Paul Bates. Glad we robbed that guy. I heard him negotiating a deal with Biotechnica for some of our group for some experiments. I managed to make a deal that I would hack into Reclaim and steal some cash for him and trade myself to Biotechnica. I think our friends are safe for now, but I may have only bought them some time. The camp is near Bakersfield. If I don't make it, I just want to thank you all for your friendship. You took this nerdy, shy girl and you helped me find myself. I don't know what my life will look like tomorrow, but I know that my yesterdays were made better because of you. Alley Cat, you are a badass and inspired me to be just as hard. Take care of Tab and Cicero. Tab, you're like a mom or a bigger sister to me. You've always been there, and I know you will always be there for Letitia Heights. Never change, the world needs you. Cicero, your voice, although really, really annoying, can help heal this broken world. You may have driven me crazy, but I knew I could always be safe with a big brother looking after me. Make me proud. Love you all. Billie. Bang, bang.
Balzac is going to lean into Dross, and he's going to say, "Who's Billie again?"
The one that you came to me to help you find, don't you?
Oh, I mean, I
And
did,
then realizing that Balzac wasn't actually mentioned has put not all but some of those pieces together, and it's like, and then Ross just stops and says, "Billie is their friend."
oh, so and she's in the, right, okay. And then Balzac's going to sort of take a step back. He's going to just sort of look at them expectantly.
Tab's gonna sort of step over between Alley Cat and Slicks and just sort of like half hug each of them, like to sort of make her presence known.
Alley Cat kind of like reaches up and pats Tab on the back a little bit, and she says, "Well, I think we know what Billie wanted us to do."
Big damn heroes.
Something like that.
All right, which way to this fucker's office? Let's go stab him or choke him or. I feel like that's what we should all do.
You know what? I am so glad we stole all of Paul Bates's drugs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's fucking great decision, of course.
Look, Balzac. You know how much all this shit is worth? If nothing else, we have inconvenienced him greatly.
I should have just destroyed it. Doros, do you have a map of this place by any chance? In your little wee eye with the fancy overlay and the old check-in.
Are you mocking me?
No, why would it be? I'm asking you for a map. Literally the only one on this floor who could provide a map. You are the digital wizard with your eye and the thing and the. I don't know how you fucking do that. You're a fucking legend. Legends can't be mocked. They can only be venerated.
That didn't really sound like veneration, but all right.
Ross, there's only one more floor, and it's a control node. And it's 2 doors, control node to 2 doors. One to the operating room and one to Dr. Suzuki's office.
And is this just giving me the layout or the option to
Just the options to
basically?
unlock.
Okay. Yeah. Right now, DeRoss doesn't want to think about the operating room yet, but definitely going to try and unlock Dr. Suzuki's office.
Okay. Make me an interface check, please.
26.
Yeah, you easily unlock it. No, no sound on the door that's right in this room with you, the big double door, which assumes the operating room now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Say that again.
So no sound from the double doors that are at the end of this hallway that you're in. So you assume that those double doors must be the operating room, since there's no noticeable effect.
If possible, go ahead and open that too. We may need to look in there.
Yeah, and you see that the magnetic lock switches from a red to a green, and the door opens a bit. And Slicks just mutters under his breath, steps forward, opens the door, peeks his head in, and he goes, you can't make out what he says, but he drops to his knees.
Don't like that. The cat's gonna pull out a pistol. And she's gonna walk over behind Slicks and look inside.
So you look inside. It's a fairly large room. On one end, near end there's an incinerator. There's like an elevator, like a small elevator, like a dumbwaiter type of thing, and marked incinerator. In the middle of the room, there is an operating table, and on the table is a young woman, and she's draped in a blanket, and there's one of those the drapes they put over, and it's kind of blocking her head.
So Alley Cat is going to take out Barry. Does Barry have a screen with photo capability?
Yeah.
Barry, I need you to get. I'm sure Cicero had one. a photo of Billie.
Okay. And he pulls up a photo of Billie. It's a photo that you all took at a picnic a few years ago at that Tab held for the family. Their cicerone, he's looking gloomy. Sitting on the table, looking like she just made fun of him, is Billie. You're laughing. You're at the end of the table. Tab, her back is a bit to you guys, but she's like flipping hamburgers. There's Godfrey, and he's playing with a kid, one of the neighborhood kids. Just a nice little photo.
Balzac, come here.
All right. And Balzac will walk forward.
You see this? You see this person in the photo here? And she points at Billie.
Yes.
I need you to go over there. And I need you to look at the face on that body and tell me if it is this person.
All right. Balzac will walk forward. He'll grab the phone. And then he will head over so his body's blocking the corpse. At least the upper torso of it. And he will look at the face of the person.
Yeah, the what you see is Ali, but her sort of like in an autopsy, her head has been opened up and her brain is no longer there. Yeah, so you walk over to the table, and it is Billie. You look at the face, and her eyes are open, staring lifelessly at the ceiling, and sort of like an autopsy, her scalp is open, and her brain is missing.
Okay. Balzac is going to close her eyes. And he's going to wrap her up in the sheet. And he's going to put her over his shoulder. Which his body is super high, so it shouldn't be an issue for him. This is a very small woman. And he's going to say, all right, it's her. Let's go.
Slicks will get up from his knees, and he'll just like kind of grab, like put his hand on Tab and Alley Cat's face. He says nothing, and he turns towards you. He walks with you, Balzac, and he grabs your shoulder with his one hand. He goes, "I've got this," and he takes Billie from you, and he walks out.
All right, well, if I am judging my times right, we have about 4 minutes before reinforcements get here. How about we go check this fucker's office and see if we can't get some answers, or failing that, take him with us and get answers on the road, which could be even more entertaining.
I want to look around the room before we leave. And do like either a perception or conceal reveal object. What would you prefer, Emma?
Give me perception.
15?
Yeah, so next to the table where Billie was, there's another table, much smaller one, much small gurney. And it's there's blood on it near the end where a head would be. And it's empty, but there's like a little trail of blood drops that leads to the incinerator.
And she frowns a little bit. And she looks at Balzac and she says, "Was there something wrong with her?"
Wrong in what way?
And she indicates the trail of blood.
She was not herself. We can put it that way.
And she looks at Tab for a second. And then she gets very, very close to Balzac. And kind of like grabs the front of his shirt because he was much taller and pulls him down. Was there something missing from her body?
Yes. Her head was open, her brain was missing. They removed it in autopsy form. You've seen it before, you'll see it again. It was pretty clear that it was gone.
And she lets go. And she goes over to the little incinerator door. Is it open or closed?
And it's closed.
Tab, turn
Yeah?
around. Don't look over
Uh,
here. Look out the
oh,
door.
You
Look
got
out the
it.
door. And she opens it.
It's so there is it's like a little elevator, and on the side there's an up and a down and a fire, and there is a you open the door and there is like a little elevator. There's buttons for up and down and fire, and lying on the elevator is a dead ferret.
Do I see any blood in here?
Yeah, it's pooled around the ferret. The ferret's head looks like it's been stitched. And then there is a medical container next to the ferret as well.
Is it like an opaque medical container?
Yeah.
I take them both.
Okay.
Is the container like locked? Is there like a lock or just a closure mechanism?
It's not, I mean, I hate to use the term like a Tupperware dish, but it's like a plastic container with like a lid.
Okay. Is it big enough to hold a brain?
Yeah.
And she takes it over. You said the ferret's head has like a wound on it, right?
Yeah.
She takes both items back over. And she's just like holding both things in her arms. And she kind of like holds them up for both Balzac and Ross to see.
Well, at least we know what happens.
Does any of this make sense with what you found on the other floor?
Yes, perhaps there were animals who could speak. They were training them, giving them schooling. It was almost as though they embodied some characteristics of a person. So if this is to be believed, they were using the consciousness, were harvesting parts from people and infusing them into animals. And yes, that seems as though that's what they were doing. Each of those little creatures represents a human person who was killed in their creation.
Ross. Balzac says you're a legend. Is that true?
Pretty good at getting things done. I don't know about being a legend.
He's a legend.
And she holds up the container. And she says, "Do you know how to get information off of this thing?"
And thinking about what Balzac just said from downstairs and where we are, I don't personally, but I'm pretty sure somebody here can. We just need to find their tech. And there was that other office on this floor. That might be a good lead.
Good start. All right, so Balzac's going to start walking over to the office. I know DeRoss unlocked it, so he's just going to enter.
Yeah, so across the hall, there's an office door, and it says Dr. Suzuki. And as you open it, it's a very nice office, sort of the typical senior executive office you would imagine. Big desk. There's a conference table, couch, big screen TV. There's a little fireplace set up, and sitting in a those like European style Nordic recliner chairs that you see like at really high end furniture stores. There's a middle-aged man sitting on the chair, and he's smoking a cigarette, and he's drinking a glass of brown liquor. And he looks up at you guys and goes, "Who are you?"
Oh, I think that question's irrelevant. And he's going to glance back to DeRoss. And he's going to say, would you kindly take a look around and see if there's anything that might affect our goals in the long run? I'm going to get the brains of the operation over here. You just leave that to me. And without saying anything else, Balzac is going to walk up to the man, and he is going to attempt to use the brawling skill. So one of the options for the brawling skill is, instead of actually brawling, you can choke somebody. So that's what he's going to do. He's just going to straight put his hand around this guy's attempt to put his hand around this guy's throat. And if he wins 3 consecutive brawling checks, he immediately falls unconscious with no damage to him at all.
Okay, make your check.
Okay, so the first check is 31.
Yeah, that's a success.
So he's gonna grip the man's throat, and he's going to sort of gradually tighten his fingers, constricting his airway, and he's going to make
Yeah,
another
and
check.
he drops his glass of alcohol, and it shatters, sending really nice, as a Scotsman, you would appreciate very nice smelling scotch all over your legs. And he drops the cigarette, which ignites the scotch on the carpet. So there's a little bit of a fire going on, and he starts like wrestling with your hands.
Okay. Let's make a second check. Balzac, if he's noticed the fire, he isn't showing it outwardly. That's only a 12, though.
You do not succeed.
Okay. All right, so he can break free at that point.
And he does. He pushes you aside. He goes, "Get the hell away from me. I'm already dead."
That leads to the question, why? Why are you already dead? Maybe we should just get this over with here and now.
Oh, who cares at this point? None of this is sanctioned. None of it. It's Biotechnica doesn't know. Hell, they think we're just reintroducing otters to the lake and deer to the hills. Do-gooders, if you will. They have no idea. This is existential, man. You think this world has a chance? Not the way it's going. The only hope we have is to start anew, give wildlife. You know what? I don't need to explain myself. And he grabs his bottle and he just, let me burn. The world's on fire anyway.
Well, I'd apologize, but I don't give a shite about your feelings. And he's going to try and choke him out again.
All right. At that point, he just surrenders and he lets you choke him.
All right. So Balzac is going to put the doctor over his shoulder, and he says, well, if this is true, we probably only have a limited amount of time to question him. We should probably go. Is there anything else you want to grab in here that might be helpful to understand what they were doing?
Yeah, DeRoss actually hung back for a moment, and you notice that DeRoss's coat is a little bit dirty because he finally gave Slicks that hug that he'd been asking for a while over this. And I'd like to take a look around the room just to see, since we now have the person, if there's any particular hardware that we should bring with us.
There's a computer,
Oh.
and above his credenza behind his desk is a very expensive. It's a Modigliani painting, but it's 90 degrees to the wall, and as you peek your head, there's a safe.
Just, well, I mean, fuck it at this point. Yeah, just kind of rip down the painting and see if the safe is accessible. I just wanted to see if it basically if it was open or easily accessible, manual, electronic, biometric.
It is closed, and it is an electronic safe. But fortunately for you guys, you do have an expert in that sort of tech with you. And her name is Tab.
So there's a safe over here. It's not old school. It's not super new school. I can try to figure out if it's password somewhere, but that's gonna take time.
Yeah. It's a keypad?
Yeah, it's a doot. Yeah.
Toot. Okay.
It looks like an electronic version of those old McDonald's locks you used to see back in the 80s on doors that led to a kitchen in a McDonald's. Ryan gets it because he's an 80s kid too.
It's those hard push buttons. Those
Yeah.
really hard push buttons. Yeah.
Okay. Well, now I feel old and inadequate. Or I guess young.
And there's a metal ashtray.
How's the fire on the carpet?
It's still raging and it's spreading.
Sorry. Was it a full carpet or is it a rug?
It's a rug.
Like,
Okay.
So it might be contained-ish.
Okay. Yeah, I'll rummage through my bag and pull out like a UV light and try to be fancy and like see if some of the buttons are pushed more frequently than the others.
I think somebody deserves an Emma point for being cool. And yes, make me a perception check.
A UV light check. Yeah, you got it. That's a 19.
Yes. So you push it and the door opens. It's a smallish safe, like it's only like 2.5 by 2.5 feet. In is a bottle. And as you look at the bottle, it's a 1947 Cheval Blanc Saint Emilion. Just a beautiful wine, by the way. There is about $100,000 in hard cash, U.S. cash, not Night City currency or Euro dollars. There's a credit chip, and there's a couple of data chips.
Tab will proceed to just sweep everything into the bag. Holds up the wine.
We're selling it.
Yeah, selling it.
I think
We're selling it.
I mean, I know I'm the arbitrator of the game, but unofficially, I think DeRoss was first saying keep it.
Wouldn't we keep it to like celebrate the life of your friend who's now deceased? Drink a fine glass of wine to a fine associate, or maybe I'm just overly sentimental. I don't know.
Balzac,
wine-
let me tell you something about Billy. Billy drank the most disgusting moonshine that you can imagine. The most disgusting. Like, imagine something that smelled like piss and sewer water. That's what she drank.
And that's what we will drink.
Oh yeah.
Oh, great.
When the wine appeared in the belongings, both Slicks's and DeRoss's eyes very, very much went wide for a moment, and I'm really torn. That is worth a lot, but it would also, with the right cigars, make a lovely tribute for your friend. regardless of what she drank.
I mean, this is 100-year-old wine.
Torn, very
Lot of
torn.
money.
We don't need money. Fucking, what is your obsession?
There's
with-
a lot of money in this
Yeah, but
safe.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, we have lots
There's
of
a-
money. There's lots of money in the safe. There might be thousands on the credit chip. There's 100,000 euro dollars. Yeah, or not-
Traceable.
or euro traceable. You've got fucking DeRoss. Nothing's traceable. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
Nothing except
All right.
reverence for the
I don't know.
great-
I don't know what's wrong with all of you, but we should go.
There's
It's
still
not
a
bad idea.
fire.
Yeah, let's go.
We've survived worse. Tab.
You know, I'm really tired of surviving worse.
That's true. I am never getting in a flying vehicle again in my whole life.
Yeah.
By
no
the way.
thanks.
never.
Where is my otter friend?
Oh, it's in your in your jacket. You can feel the warmth of the otter, and it's
Okay.
making noises like. And when you open up the coat, it is fast asleep, and its little hands are on its face, kind of cradling it, and its head is to the side. And it's going.
That's magnificent. All right. So zip the coat back up, tuck the otter back in. We good? Anything else we should liberate from this guy?
No, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right, is he coming with us?
I've got him on my shoulder. That's why I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
I just making sure. Like we could let him burn to death, and
No,
I'd be
it's-
okay with that.
I might have
I
questions.
feel like
could.
he already lost. He already lost his will. He'll actually be great for questioning now.
And at that point, Alicat, you get your agent starts to buzz a bit.
Barry,
Oh yeah, bud.
what's up?
Leafs are losing 3-2, bud. Jesus. I swear, it's what are we going on now? 100 years without them winning a Stanley Cup? When are they going to stop sucking? Oh,
I don't understand this combination of words, Barry. Did you need me for something? Did I
there's
get a
text
message, a
from Slips.
call?
Yeah, you got a text from Slips.
Okay, what's it say?
Says, according to the truck, there's about 200 miles left of gas. Do you think that will get us to Bakersfield?
Storyteller, how far is Bakersfield from where we are right now?
Maybe 40 miles.
Tell him should be fine.
The response is there, Bud. By the way, now they're only losing by 5 goals. By the way, Bud, Slick says, well, we better skedaddle. Johnny Law's on his way here.
Damn. All right, tell him we'll be right there.
All right, we're getting the fuck out of here now, right? We're not going to just keep standing here staring at each other. What else are we going to accomplish?
I'll allow each of you to have one final kind of thing to say before we end the episode. Start with Alicat.
Alicat just kind of tucks the dead ferret in her jumpsuit and continues to hold on to this brain-filled Tupperware as if she's holding a football.
DeRoss.
Having grabbed the computer and there being nothing else of value, says we better go because Slicks is probably going to shoot someone now just for fun. We need to get out of here.
Balzac.
Balzac is gonna step out of the room with the doctor over his shoulder, and he's gonna glance over to the operating theater where they found Billie, and he's gonna sort of like tip his head as if he was wearing a hat, and he's gonna say, "To friends," and then he's gonna proceed to walk away.
And Tab.
Tab is going to try and stomp out some of the fire. And after realizing she's not going to make much of an impact, she says, "Fuck it, let it burn."